Recently, I learned how to use 3 of the most useful features in Cursor, and I instantly found myself become more productive in my daily workflow. In this video, I'll share some underrated tips in Cursor so you can build faster and ship more features. Let's start with project rules. Imagine you have a colleague who always does things their own way, only for you to clean up their mess every time and fix the changes. You don't want that. And this is exactly why I set specific rules and boundaries for the AI when I'm using Cursor, because it saves me time from having to correct the AI's mistakes over and over again. To set some project rules and save some precious keystrokes, hit Command-Shift-P, select New Cursor Rule, give a name to your rule, give your rule a clear and concise description. Remember, the Cursor agent can also use these rules if it thinks it can apply it to the current task, so it's important to write it exactly as you would in natural language. But more on the Cursor agent later on in the video. You can also specify the exact files or folders you want this rule to apply to. Then, just write out your rule in Markdown and add any files or folders to provide extra context. And once you've set some rules, don't just forget about them. The key is to keep adding new rules and updating existing ones as you build, so that you don't have to keep reminding the AI on how to behave, saving you time and brain points. And to save you even more brain points, here are some great resources where developers have shared their custom rules for free. Links in the description. Let's move on to chat. Its main purpose is for asking questions about code. It's my go-to for brainstorming, debugging, or learning. When you're using chat, don't forget to use @. This one symbol is what allows you to feed all kinds of context into your questions. So here are all of my favorite chat commands to use. Use it to feed files or entire folders. Use it to search the internet and fetch the latest data, or crawl a specific web page. Use it to reference official or unofficial documentation, or ask about your current or previous Git changes. If you have many tabs open, you can use the / command to quickly add all active tabs to the chat context. You can also upload or paste images into the chat. Let's talk about Cursor's most powerful feature, Agent. Its goal is to perform coding tasks fully autonomously or with supervision. This feature is what has been driving the recent vibe coding trend, where users just sit back and watch the AI do all of the work, and maybe give some guidance here and there. To get started with Agent, you need a good prompt. I've linked some useful resources in the description to help you with prompting. After giving the agent your prompt, you can approve each change every step of the way. Or if you're feeling brave, let it go full auto by activating YOLO mode. Oh, and I suggest using the Claude 3.7 Sonnet thinking model, as it seems to be performing the best right now. And here are some settings that I turn on whenever I use agent mode. Turn on auto apply to files outside context in edit mode. Without this enabled, the agent can't work autonomously to edit files around your codebase, which defeats the whole purpose of having an AI agent. Turn on iterate on lints. This allows the agent to pick up and self-correct any linting errors or type errors in the code it generates, saving you time from having to manually reprompt any error messages that show up.